The princess is gone. No trace of her remains. There is no question that this is a day of sadness and mourning. But we will not lose sight of what the princess stood for, the future she wanted for her people. To our last breath, we will fight in her name. To do otherwise is an insult to her memory and her sacrifice. And that is why, despite our exhaustion, despite our sorrow, we will hunt down and eradicate all traitors who remain with the Order. We will destroy the remaining pockets of Seraphim resistance. We will ensure that those elements never again threaten humanity. And after the last battle against the corrupting forces of the Order, and Seraphim is won, we shall lay down our arms. From that day forward, the Way will be used to promote beauty and peace. Never again will it be used as a weapon or as a justification for murder and war. That is the path our princess laid out for us. And that is the path we shall follow.
I look out at your faces, and I see relief, joy, and a sense of triumph. Undoubtedly, you want nothing more than to celebrate our victory. After all, the Seraphim and Order are in retreat, and QAI is no more. But I would warn against overzealous celebrations. We may have won the day, but it is a Pyrrhic victory. Our position is precarious, and threats still loom all around us. The most dangerous of which comes not from the Seraphim, but from ourselves. We need to make a very simple choice. Do we forgive our former adversaries and forever recognize the common ground that we share with them? Or do we fall back to what we've always believed? Do we let fear, hatred, and suspicion dictate our actions? Do we respond with violence when faced with something we may not understand? For all of our sakes, that cannot happen. I will not allow that to happen. Effective immediately, the United Earth Federation officially recognizes the independence of the Cybran Nation and Aeon Illuminate. Both nations have full and legal claim to both their current and historic territory. In the near future, I hope to forge a permanent alliance between the three factions. We have always dreamt of uniting the galaxy, of bringing together humanity's brothers and sisters. At long last, that dream is realized. And I pray that we never forget what brought us to this moment. Not the barrel of a gun, but the optimism of peace. May it last for all time.
And that is that. Well, that's it for Supreme Commander 1 anyway. This and its base game are done. But I think I want just final thoughts on this before I do move on, because if I can stop hitting the mic, it'd be nice. I'm so used to being on my left side. For what it's worth, I.O. read a lot. I mean, this game it's so much fun. I love it. It's a lot better than the base game, but the base game I think it's a lot more balanced in a sense. But regardless, it makes I love the scale of this game. That's kind of what drew me in when I got playing. It's a lot of strategy. You got to pay attention. That's my one downside. There's no there's no feedback. Like you get told like, okay, you've done the signals and whatnot, but you don't get told that you're under attack, you're launching an attack, that sort of thing. I wish they'd done that. I know you get like commander under attack, that sort of thing, energy levels, that kind of thing, but you don't get anything about your units attacking. You don't get anything about your health, your army losing, units destroyed, that sort of thing. I wish they'd done more feedback, because I just read them. We did one of our we did a 4-player game between me, him, and 2 other guys, and it was I can just pull the map up. I think it's strip mine or fluid strip mine or something like that. Okay, options. If I can find it, I'll show you what I mean. Support players equals 4. This one, yeah, because okay, red spawned here, I spawned here, and I was like setting up defense here, and because there was no feedback, I was kind of not noticing every time I set up something here, it was getting blown away. Which, you know, I kind of get that, you know, you're meant to pay attention and whatnot, but in a game of this scale, you need that feedback, even if it's not. I think Hearts of Iron 2 did a better idea where you look at the map and you see like a red dot appear on the map, or like the battles tab kind of becomes available because you can go there instead of just, well, there's a battle going on. You know, EU4 did it where you engage the enemy. Okay, we're fighting the enemy in this place. Do you want to go there? Hearts of Iron does it where you get a red spot on your map that says there's a battle going on here. Pay attention, pay attention. It could be hectic with the Germans. Or hell, the Americans. Jeez, feel sorry for those guys. But yeah, there's nothing in this game for that, and that's kind of one of the things I really wish they'd done. It would make it so much easier, just to be able to go, okay, we're under attack, I need to pay attention. I think they need to vary the units a bit more. In hell, most of that I used a simple composition. I used like 2 tier 3 assault mods and 1 tier 2 anti-air, and kept building it from there. And it basically beat everything. I mean, artillery is meant to be used for sieges, but when you're building as much as I was, well, you don't need it. I was basically charging in through enemy lines and beating everything. What else? The story. Okay, story. Couldn't really go anywhere without telling the story. Or going over the story, rather. It's not a bad story. I mean, SubCom 1, it had an end, but then it kind of had the sequel hook. And I hate when games do that. I mean, okay, I'll let SubCom 1 off, okay? I'll let 1 off. Because that ended up getting an expansion pack. Yeah, I got this. But it, at the time, I don't know. I don't think I didn't let this game off. I mean, there's SubCom 2 available. I do intend on going into that, but it's... You can't let a game off just because it got a sequel. You know, giving it a sequel hook. It's a nice idea. It's, you know, nice to put in a little bit at the end. It's like, well, there's a sequel coming. But you can't have the game lead up to that if it's the first one. I mean, in the sense, the Final Fantasies do it perfectly. There's no sequels. They're all different annotations. They're all different ideas and different worlds of different theories and such. I'm trying to think of something else. Valkyria. There was no sequel hook. Sega, well, we know what happens to VC2 and VC3. Dynasty Warriors, never a sequel hook, but then again, DS Warriors, it's kind of the same thing every single time. Dawn of War, there technically isn't a sequel hook, but then, given how things go, yeah, stuff like that, you know. I mean, I could go over my entire library and give you games that do and don't have sequel hooks, but that's, you know, that's not what I'm here for. Regardless, it's an amazing game. If you haven't picked it up and played it yet, I suggest you do, because you will love it if you're into strategy games of this kind of scale. If you've got friends, this is obviously a lot more fun because then you can play against each other. There are mods, obviously, because, you know, there's different maps. Someone's made an Earth map, and it just goes, it doesn't wrap around annoyingly, but someone made one. Someone's made a map of Great Britain. Someone's made... I don't really go into mods, so I don't really know off my heart, but I know these mods exist. I mean, mods for this game, rather. I know I've done mods before, because, you know, mods. Civ 5. Regardless, like I've said, I do intend on going into SubCom 2. There are things I don't like about SubCom 2. I'm not going to mention them here, because that's an LP for itself. But this game and SubCom 1, if you haven't played, these are games that you have to get. And for the record, I believe you'll find that gas-powered games are currently part of Wargaming. I can't remember which one, but I know they're one of the guys who make the World of series of games, like World of Warships, World of Tanks, World of Warplanes. I've heard Planetary Annihilation or whatever is kind of like this game, kind of like the same scale, same theory, same level of destruction. But then you get like massive, massive planetary things. But it's not the same, you know. I think you'll find there are some things they both share. But regardless, this has been a follow-up, I guess. Can I let someone come one off for the ending hook? Yes. Can I let this game off with an ending hook? No. I'm sorry, but this game... I don't want to say this game should have been it. You know, I'll never say that. There's never a time when a game should be the end. Well, I say that, but then, you know what I mean. There's no time when you should say, okay, this is it, we're going to leave it here, we're never going to touch it again. But, well, unless it fails, obviously. But you shouldn't be aiming for the sequel before you even know the game's successful. Because, you know, it's... If the game fails, then you've put in the hook for no reason, you know. It raises false hope in the people who play it. I mean, look at, what was it I played? It's a couple of games I've played where they've done that in the past, and it's really annoying. Because it's like, oh, it's like, Sonic, there we go, Sonic, Star AM. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be a sequel, come on! Cancelled. Fuck. You know? But regardless, let's just start babbling on, but this is like a quick follow-up. I am looking to do skirmish games with people though. So if you're interested in doing like multiplayer skirmish, let me know, or you know, point me to people who would be. Because I would love to do skirmish games on this, it would be so much fun. But just bear in mind, I love my navy. Just give me naval maps, I'm happy. But yeah, regardless. So this has been the follow-up to my Let's Play of Supreme Commander. I'm sorry, Subcom 1 was kind of iffy around the edges, but then Subcom 2 I learned editing and started doing it properly. I mean, it probably hasn't shown. It's probably just been me like doing nothing for all the time. Nah, it's been a lot of fun. Anyway, folks, I've only been sat here for an hour and 50 minutes now, which is quite impressive. Considering I've been here for 2 hours, sorry, that didn't start very long. You won't get the whole 2 hours. There'll be some cut down, there'll be some sped up, whatever. Also, this is like directly after finishing the game, by the way. So yeah, fresh in my head. So next time in Let's Play in for Monday slots, I'm gonna do Supreme Commander 2. I have never finished Supreme Commander 2. So we're gonna have a learning experience of all of us. I mean, I've heard it's a really it's different. It's the bits I got to play in the multiplayer I've liked, but I also haven't at the same time. It's different. I'm not gonna say it's bad, I'm not gonna say it's good. But if you like this game and you thought you needed like research or something, you'll love Subcom 2. God, I've been babbling on for what, an hour now? 2 hours nearly. So yeah, I've been the Blade of Chaos, you've been you. Join me again next time for Supreme Commander 2 on Monday. If you're new to my channel and you've been watching the series and think, he's been doing some good stuff, which I'm actually amazed if you do for some reason, please click the subscribe button, leave a comment, if you like. It really does help. I've been trying my damn hardest here. Please notice me. Victoria 2 will be coming up tomorrow. Not sure where it's going to be when I get back to record again. Jeez, it's going to be fun. And Civ 5 is probably going to keep going on because that's just too much fun. Regardless, thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Ciao for now.